Hi everyone, welcome to Data Analytics Blog. Today we have another tutorial on Power BI. This is a financial performance analysis dashboard, and I'm going to put us through on how to create this beautiful dashboard in Power BI from scratch. So this particular tutorial is going to be in two sections. So the first part is the background, how I created the background in a PowerPoint, and the second part will be the analysis, that's the Power BI aspect. So this is a dashboard of a financial performance of some products, so the sales, the profits, and also the how we can filter by year and also filter by the country. So these are all the total the KPI for the particular product and their segment. And also if I filter by this now, the if I filter by 2030, you can see now that these are all the information under 2030. So now you can choose to filter by any country that you want to view, you want to see their performance. So if I filter by USA, it will give me the information on USA. If I filter by Mexico, it will give me the information on Mexico. So just filter by the year and the country you want to see their financial details. So now we'll start our tutorial from the background. So this is the background. So I actually created the background in PowerPoint. So I'm going to walk us through on how to do that now, because I've seen many people have been asking me to share the video of how I create my or I created my background on the reports that I've shared on my YouTube channel. So I'm going to be doing that going forward, and also I'm going to draw the video on how I created the background that I've done in that I've shared on those videos I've shared in Power BI in my YouTube channel. So the first thing that you are going to do now is to launch your PowerPoint. Then you have something like this. Just click on the box and click on delete. Click on this one too, click on delete. Once you click on the box, so you click on delete. So now the next thing now is the first thing that I want to do now. I want to have my title, the title for my that dashboard. So I'm going to be making use of shape and text box. So just go to insert, then click on shape and click on the particular shape you want. So I'm going to be making use of this rectangular shape. So you draw your rectangular shape, draw it to, so once you've done that, just make sure you draw it and set it. So now that is my shape. So now I want to format my shape. So just click on it, then go to shape format, or you can just right click on here, format background, then click on this shape, then you can go to shape format. So this is fill. I don't want this particular color, so I want to use another color. So I'm going to be making use of this color. So now, do I want it? Do I want the line? That's the outline. No, I don't want outline. So that's what I just did. So I remove the outline, then I change the color. So you can also actually do it here, then go to shape and click on no outline. Then you can change your color to what you want here. So that's how you can do it. So but for advanced setting of formatting, for advanced formatting, just right click, go to format background, then it will give us this particular place. So now the next thing now is to insert my text. So now go to insert, click on text box. So I'm going to be clicking on text box. Now I'm writing, this is the text box. Just draw the text box. So now what do I want to write here? Financial performance analysis. Financial performance analysis. So now I want to format, so just make sure that just click on it and bring it here, bring it to the shape that you have created. So now I want to format my text, so just highlight on it, make sure you are highlighting only on the text, then go to front color, click on it. I want to bold it, then you can change the front color to what you want. I'm going to make use of this amasis. Then you can increase the font size, increase the font size, increase the font size. Then you can also bring it to middle and see, just make sure that you set it into the right way. So that is my title now. So I have created my title. Now you can now group your title and your shape together. So what you do is just right click on your control key, click click on it, your control key, make sure you are holding your control key, then click on the text box, click on your shape, then go to format, then go to group. So now I have grouped my text box and my shape. You can see now that is everything is moving together. So that's how to match them, to group them, so for it not to separate when you are moving the shape. So the next now, so I'm going to be inserting another shape for my KPI. So now this is another shape. I'm going to be making use of, so not this. So go to and shape, insert, go to, then I'm going to make use of this rounded rectangular corners. So you draw it to what you want. So now this is my, you can see, you can now increase the the side, the edge. You can still decrease the edge. So I'm going to be making use of that. Now I want to format this now. So I want to format it. So you click on this, make sure you are clicking on the particular shape that you are formatting. Go to shape outline, no outline. Now I want to fill it, I want to fill it. So I don't want to use, so make sure, I don't want to use, again, if you want to fill it, you can click how we get it, just click on your background here, click on it, format background, so it will give you this. Then make sure you are clicking on this. So now I don't want this color, I want a gradient color, I want a gradient color. So you click on gradient. So now you can now work on the gradient color that you want to. So you can remove this gradient stuff and make it into two. So now decide on the gradient color that you want to use. So if you want, so you can click this, you can, I click on white, and so just choose the color that you want. I'm making use of this, any color that you want. For me, I'm going to be making use of this, I'm going to be making use of this. Let's make use of this. I think I made use of this, and also I'm going to be making use of the two. So let me check the color that I use. So that's the color that I use. So I'm going to be making use of this. That's what I'll be using. So now I have my shape here. Now I have this particular shape here. So this is the shape that I want to create. So I have it here. So now the next thing that I'm going to do now, click on the shape, then go to this option, go to shadow. I want to make use of this shadow to pop it out. You can see now we have this shadow here. So now I have my KPI shape. So the next thing that I want to do now is to click on to add this particular shape. So now I can now write, I can write my country, the country, and or what's it called, the year, but let's leave that for now. So let me finish creating the all the shapes that I want. So now the next shape that I want to see now is all this KPI shape. So I'm going to be making use of another shape. So go to insert, click on shape. So I'm going to be making use of this particular shape. I think I used this shape. So this particular shape, I'm going to be making use of it. So now this is the shape that I want. So I'm going to make use of this shape. So this, so now I can now format my shape to what I want. So I want, I want gradient color. I don't want fill, no line, that's no outline. So I can change it to the color that I want here. Just change it to the color that you want. So I think I'm okay with that. So now the, so and now let me double click, let me duplicate it, because I'm going to be making use of it. I'm going to be using it for oh 4 kpi. So now another thing again, let me say this: when you are creating your background, so just add the pictures of what you want. Just make sure that you list everything that you want, all the kpi, the visuals, make sure that you list them. So the first thing I did when I wanted to create my background is I add the picture of what I want. So this is how I want my background to look like. So I actually make sure that I wrote down, I listed all the KPI and all the titles of the visual. I listed them down so that I'll be able to create the particular background that I want. So now that I have four KPI, so I want to duplicate this. You duplicate this in 4 times. So now I have them here. Sorry. So I've duplicated it. So you can now bring them here. Okay. So before that, let me change the color of this. Let me change it to the particular color that I want. This particular. So let's change this color to white. So now I think I'm okay with this. Okay, yes, it's fine. So it's not matching the other color. Now you can duplicate it by using Ctrl G. So I've duplicated it 4 times. Now I've duplicated it 4 times. Can bring it here, also bring it here. So you can still draw this down, bring this down, bring this down too. Then you bring it here, bring it here. Okay, you can still move it. Just make sure that you move it, you set it to what you want. So now I have it. Now you can now hold this, click on one of the box, then hold your control key and right click on others. So now you can now go to shape format, align it. I want to align it, distribute it very well so that it will align. No, it has aligned. So now I have my KPI here now. So now the next thing that I want to draw again now is I want to draw another shape. So let me just use this shape. Okay, let me use this shape. Just a small rectangular rounded color. So I want to use this here to divide small rectangular color shape. So I'm okay with this. So now you can bring it down, you can still bring it up, bring it up. So now I want to grade line, then I don't want shape, I don't want outline, remove the outline. So now I want to write, so I want to write the title for all the KPI. I want to write the title for all the KPI. So go to insert again, then go to text box. So text box. So my KPI. So let me write the title for my KPI. That's my KPI. KPI. So bring it to the middle. Then you can now format your shape. So you can duplicate it because I'm going to be using it for other. So now I have that here. So now I want to write the title for all my what's it called, my KPI. So I have my total sale. So total sale. You can see now total sales. So now next, duplicate it again, duplicate it. So I have my total sale. Then what's the next one here? Total profit, total unit price. Total profit unit price. Then that's the next one. Now is the last one is total gross sale. So just add gross to this. So I have that here. So now you can now hold it. Now you can now, okay, we have, like, I want to change the color. You can change the color to this. So now I can now start placing my, I want to reduce the outline. So you can now start placing it here. So I have my total sale here. I have my total profit here. I have my total unit price here. I have my total unit price here. Yeah. So you can see now. So you can still change the color of this. You can change the color. I have my total. So that's my KPI. So let me duplicate it now so that we'll use it for the country, the slicer title. That's country and year. Country and year. And year. So now you can reduce the front. I want to reduce the front. So you can now put it here. So you can see. So now, okay, we can increase the front. Let's increase it. Increase it. So now I'm okay with that. So now the next thing now is I want to group this. I'll group all the shape together with their, so just right click. I'm grouping that. So do the same for all other shape there. Grouping it so that when I'm moving it, it will not be dragging, it will not be separating. So you group it, group these two, group this, group this also, group this. So now the next thing that I'm going to do now, the next thing that I'm going to do is other shape. So the remaining one, the other three shape that we have here. So now let's move to the other ones. So now you can also group everything here together. You can group them together. I'm going to group everything here. I'm going to group them so that we have, when we are moving it, we don't have to be moving it up and down. So now you can see now if I'm moving it, is everything is not separating. So now I have my KPI shape here now. I have them here. So now the next thing now is to start my uh, shape for my visual. So now just draw another, insert another shape, insert this shape. So I'm going to be inserting this shape, just work on it. Make sure that everything is sitting right really well. So insert this shape. So I'm using this shape for sale by profit, and also sale sales by month and profit by month. So I'm going to be dividing this shape into two. I'm going to be dividing it into two. So draw it up. So now I don't want format the shape. I don't want outline. Fill, I want gradient line like the other. So now you can also add your shadow to this one. So I'm adding this shadow. So you can just change it here. Just move it, move it. So now I'm going to be duplicating this to use it for my other visual. So now you draw it down, bring it here, bring it here for my other visual. Then again duplicate this. So you can reduce the size to what you want, reduce this to what you want. So just make sure that everything align well. So you can reduce it to what you want. So I can just give it the same size, just format it. Come here, you can just increase it to what you want. So it's okay. Just increase the size to what you want. It's good. So I'm good with this. So you can bring it. So I'm good with this. So you can just duplicate one of these here. Okay, and just duplicate it. I want to ungroup it. Hold on. Remove the duplicate. So now the next thing now is to okay, the next thing now is to add the title for each one. Add the title. Okay, before I add the title, so now I want to insert another shape to separate this particular one, to separate our profit by sales by month and profit by month. So now we can now change it to this. Then I don't want outline. You can change the color. So that it won't be matching the that. You can change it to this. Let's change it to this. or this. Just change it so that we don't have the same color for the background. And change it to this. Let's change it back to this, so that we won't have the same color for the background. So now I want to insert the title for each of these new shape. So sales by month, sales by month, duplicate it. My sales by month will come here. So now you can now format it. Okay, just format it. My sales by month will come here. You can align it, just align it. I want to decrease the size of this. So that's my sales by month. So this, okay, now I need to change the color of this so that I'm going to be making use of this. So my sales by profit also, let's just format it. So this one will be sales by profit, sales by profit. So the next one is sales by segment by product. I think sales by segment and by product, percentage of. Let's check. So this is sales profit by month. Okay, sales by segment and percentage of segment. So you can just copy. Okay, let me just do it. Profit. This should be profit by month. Profit by month. Profit by month. So this is sales by segment, then sales, percentage of sales by product. Sales by segment, then percentage of sales by product. By product. So you can also paint it. You can just paint, click on that, then go to paint. Okay, it's not, just make sure that you have the same color for everything. So that's it. So that is all about my dashboard, about the dashboard. So we have our dashboard now. So you can see that it's not actually the same thing, the same color that I use in the particular one that I use for the that I use here. So you can decide to customize your own color. You can decide to customize your own color and also just use this video and align the color. So the next thing that you will want to do here now is what you will do is you make sure that you right click, you highlight on all this, click on it, on any of it, then highlight on it by using Control A. Once you click on Control A, you just right click here, go to, then save as picture, right click and save as picture. So now you can save to any picture that you want to. You can just rename it. Make sure they are saving it to a place that you will quickly, you'll be able to see it. So I'm saving it here. So let me just replace this, yes, because I already have I've saved it. Just save it any with the name that you'll be able to remember it with. So that this is my dashboard now. So you can see now that this is how we make use of shape. You can make use of your shape to for to create your beautiful dashboard. So I'm going to be the next thing that we're going to be doing, I will be going through our analysis.